Well, definitely that's the way we expected to finish games, to be out on top. It's the coach's job to figure out, what's going to work for us, and we're slowly developing, that process with input from the players and the coaches, and it's starting to look really good.
What do you think of the new look Kobe Bryant in terms of facilitating first and then being able to take over when needed?
It's been amazing. I mean, the guy just knows the game so well. He knew what it was going to take for us to turn it around, and it started with him having to be a little bit more of a playmaker, getting guys involved, and of course he's going to be able to score. I mean, no matter if he's looking to pass or not, he's going to put the ball in the basket. So he's definitely taking us in the right direction.
You, to me, are the leader of that second unit when you're playing, as you've been sitting on the bench since November 11th. Who and how have you seen the bench emerge?
It's changed a lot. I mean, it's always one guy's been hurt, another guy's been hurt, now Powell's on the bench. So I'm hoping things will start to be more consistent and we'll be able to develop a good chemistry, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah. For you personally, how tough has it been just being on the sidelines watching this mentally?
At first it's really hard, and unfortunately you kind of settle into it, watching, and then as you get closer you just get antsy. I've just been waiting and waiting to get out there, and it's frustrating to have to wait a little bit longer than expected. But now I'm feeling confident, ready to go, and it's still going to be a process. I have to get my legs under me in that game-type condition, but I'm excited to be out there.
Is this the longest you've ever had to sit out any time in your career?
I forget how long it was. I had my second year in the league. I had ankle surgery, and I missed the first 2 months. So it's about the same time, but it's never been like right in the middle of the season, for this long. You're always learning and figuring things out, and it's just something I've had to deal with and hope to be stronger because of it.
Your teammates continue to say that you're a gamer, you're competitive, you're out there, you're feisty.
Yeah.
Yet knowing that your team has been struggling, yet you can't contribute, how tough has that been for you?
Yeah, you always want to be out there to be able to help. But you could see, guys fought through those tough times, and sometimes the tough things make you stronger. And I hope that we've learned from the situation that we've been through, and as a team we'll stick together. And even if more adversity comes, we'll fight through that as well. So I'm proud of the way everyone's responded.
Steve, just to be clear, are you all clear to play and fully clear to even play kind of through, even if it's going to bug you a little bit?
Yeah, I'm clear to play. I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm not 100% pain free. I think everyone's got some issues right now, but you deal with it, and I can play with it, so it's no problem.
What challenges do you have to go through just in terms of handling the frustrations and just pushing through with the amount of games you miss and just all the twists and turns that your injury and surgery?
Well, it's just trying to get back into shape and conditioned. Game conditioning is totally different, so that's going to be a challenge for me. To have my legs under me in that first shot, it's very different than being out here on the practice court. I still haven't played really 5-on-5 yet, in 3 months, because we really, the guys are tired. We don't have a chance to practice out that way. So my games are almost my practice too. So, but I've done it my whole life, and I'll be ready to go.
With that said, Steve, where do you think your cardio is on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
Oh, I'm probably around 7 or 8. I mean, it's me hard to tell until I get on the court. I mean, I've been running and pushing myself, but game conditioning is very different. So I don't know how many minutes I'll be able to go or how much he'll ask of me to do, but I'll always be ready to push through it.
You're obviously a team guy. Has Mike talked to you as far as how he's going to try to phase you back in and just how he's going to use you, that type of thing?
Yeah, not like I'm going to jump in there and get a ton of minutes. He's going to ease me into it, see how I'm doing, see how I handle it, see where my conditioning is, how I'm playing. And then it's his call. As a player, I'm there to respond to whatever he needs of me.
Have you been watching your teammates sacrifice over these last few weeks? Do you see it like that?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a sacrifice. I mean, everyone has to kind of fill into their roles and what's going to work. And it's just kind of understanding, this is what it's going to take to win. Offensively, we've put the ball in Kobe's hands and bring it to the floor a little bit more instead of Steve taking it every time. So that's different for Steve, and it's more adjusting than sacrificing.
Is that going to be different for you then too?
No, I've played with Kobe for 3 years, so I know I've played off the ball with him and with other really good players. So it's not an adjustment for me. I understand what it takes that way.
How dangerous does this team become, saying Kobe has the ball in his hands, and whether it's you or Nash being off ball?
Well, the fact that we're point guards that can shoot the three kind of spaces the floor, and even opens up things for the bigs more. Kobe draws so much attention. He has so many options to go to, and then it's his job to pick them apart, which he's been doing a great job of doing.
When you mention sacrifice, the first person I think of would be Pau Gasol, going from a starter to now coming off the bench. We know what Pau does on the floor. Talk about Pau as a person and a teammate.
He's great. I mean, he's accepted his role. I know he still wants to be a starter and be a star out there. But for me, as a point guard coming off the bench, I can't wait to have someone like him playing with me out there. But he doesn't show it. He doesn't get down or bring anyone else's spirits down. He's just continuously a pro, and he works hard, and he's a gamer, and he's out there to help us win.